This is the matter of Anthony C. Smith. Are you Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, give us your DOC number, your full name and your DOC number, please.
Anthony C. Smith, DOC number 6202227.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Smith, let me explain our process to you. I'm going to read some information into the record, and then the board is going to conduct a parole interview with you. Your mother is present on Zoom simply to lend you support. She's not requested to speak, but she is here observing our proceedings. At the end of the interview, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board votes. Do you understand our process, sir?
Yes, sir.
This is the matter of Anthony C. Smith, DOC number 6202225. Date of birth, March 22nd of 1993. He's a first-class offender. He has a parole eligibility date of June the 2nd, 2022, an adjusted good time date of February the 26th of 2024. He has a full term date of July 10th of 2027. He is currently serving a 14-year sentence on the charge of simple burglary of an inhabited dwelling and aggravated second-degree battery, having been sentenced on April the 29th of 2014. Mr. Smith, is all of this accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been assigned to Mr. Pete Freeman. Mr. Freeman will begin our interview. Would you please answer any questions he might have?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, how old are you?
29.
Okay. And how many years have you spent in jail on this charge?
9 years and 5 months.
Mr. Smith, tell me a little bit what happened that day. I mean, looks like y'all had a little squabble between his sister. Was that your sister, your cousin? I mean, what were you doing there at his house?
My god sister had gotten into it with his sister, and I had got a phone call, and we went over there and they got into it, and things led to my incident, sir.
Your incident. I mean, what happened? Did you?
I shot.
You shot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many times did you shoot that gun?
4.
Okay. So, Max, I mean, with regards to the simple burglary, and they saw you taking that Xbox, what were you gonna do with that?
Funny, sir, I was at the time being, I had just sold it to him and he had owed me some money. So I would just give him money back.
How long have you been in work release?
10 months now.
How much money have you saved?
A good amount, probably about 3,000 to 4,000, probably.
That's great. That's very good. Do you have any children?
1, sir.
Do you try to help support that child?
Yes, sir, as much as I can.
Okay, you have a good relationship with the child. How old is the child?
He's finna be 9 in June.
Wow. Young man's gonna need his daddy, isn't he?
I'm trying to go teach him how to be a man, sir.
You're gonna try to teach him a little bit different than you learned?
Yes, sir. At the time I was 20, but I was young. I might was grown, but I was still had a young mind.
All right. You have opposition from the DA, the sheriff, and the chief. Your dad is unopposed. The victim made no comment. And one of the victims could not be located. If you could tell your victims something right now, what would you tell them?
I want to apologize for me doing things at a time matter that I was young. If I can take it back, of course I would, but I do apologize and hopefully for forgiveness.
How do you think your actions affected those victims?
It's affecting them. I know it's affecting them poorly because it's affecting my family too, but they had to live with that for the rest of their life, being shot by someone they could have had taken their life. So they probably had to make a decision from that day forward too.
Yeah, I've seen you taking some classes. Looks like you took them all since 2019. Tell me about a class that meant the most to you that you took.
My substitute classes, my living and balance and occasion raise. I took 1 and 2 because as a lot of my write-ups has been country bands and also intoxication. So as I went through them 8 months, through them 8 weeks doing that, I had to learn how to put a lot of things to the side. And also with the occasion raise, with the anger management, I had to learn how to be patient with a lot of things and take time out to talk to myself and take time out to think before I speak, because anything wrong to be said, So I had to learn them 3 classes. I had to learn a lot out of.
You did take them after you got your write-ups.
Yes, sir.
You consider yourself a drug addict?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, but what was the contraband that you was taking?
That was more synthetic marijuana.
It's a drug. That's a drug. What is your plans if we were to release you today? Where are you gonna go? What you gonna do?
I'm going to my dad's house. I'm paroling out to my dad's house. And they also got a chicken plant down there in Farmersville that I can start at a good amount of money. So I can start there at night so I can try to get a trade during the day.
Right, so Farmersville, that's gonna be a long ways from Baton Rouge, right?
No, I'm standing in Bastrop.
Okay, where did this offense occur?
Sir?
Where did this offense occur? Where did the shooting happen?
When or where?
Where?
Oh, in Bastrop.
So, okay, so you're gonna be right around where all of this took place. You don't think there's gonna be bad influences?
No, sir. I'm grown now. I can
let's talk about your write-ups. You got, it's not a real good disciplinary record, especially since 2019, when you've had 5 intoxications and 3 contraband. How you think you're gonna handle these things?
I was by me taking the classes, I learned how to put that drug problem to the side. But at that one particular jail I was at, the things that was going on, I put myself around that crowd, but I learned how to take myself out of the crowd and separate myself and do my things on my own. I can make my own decisions now, but I learned from that time period, that crowd thing ain't me no more.
Saying that, the only thing I don't think you realize is that you are a drug addict. There's no doubt about it. You're a drug addict, and you need to realize you're a drug addict before you can ever take care of that problem. And that could lead to future problems. Let's see how long you got before you get out. You're gonna get out in February of 24, no matter what we do today. At first, I thought about just letting you stay in there and make some more money. But if I was to offer you to go to Steve Hall program, would you go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you pay attention and listen and try to realize that you do have a little problem?
Yes, sir.
I have no further question.
All right. Anything you'd like to say to us, Mr. Smith, before we vote?
Yes, sir. I would ask, may I have a chance for my freedom? The time that I spent, I learned Don't get me wrong, the crime that I committed, I learned from it. It's a lesson to be learned. And I've been working for these months trying to prove that, get up every morning on my own to work so I can provide for my family. So, I mean, may I please have a chance? I'm finna be 30 next month on the 22nd. I've been incarcerated since I was 20. I know I was grown, but at the same time, I was young-minded. And I'm trying, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your comments, Mr. Smith. The panel ready to vote?
Yes.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay, Ms. Smith, I mean, I'm talking to you and I'm listening to you. I think you have a very, very, very good head on your shoulders. You do need to go home and take care of your child. But before I let you go home, I want you to complete that Steve Hall program. It could be anywhere from 6 to 9 months. And once you complete that, you'll be released to go home under parole supervision. That's my recommendation.
Thank you.
Mrs. Smith, I like your tie. I like how you presented today. You did a good job. You
Thank you.
did yourself proud. You really did. And looking at your record, when I look at all the time you lost, the law enforcement opposition, I really wasn't, but you did good today. I concur with my colleague. My vote is to grant after you complete that substance abuse treatment. Sit on the front row. That is what's going to keep you out. If you sit in there and learn, you'll be able to stay out and be the man that you say you want to be, and you'll be able to earn money later on. It's always time to earn money. But best wishes to you, sir. And also, I want you to have no contact with the victim, none whatsoever.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Smith, you have 2 votes to grant your parole conditionally upon your completing the Steve Hoyle program. I concur with that. It bothered me that you said that you're not a drug addict, and you said that very quickly. No, sir, I'm not. You are. And I think that I understand what you're saying right now. You're not doing drugs right now. You think you're okay. You think you're doing fine, and you are. But you will always be a drug addict. Steve Hoyle will explain that to you. The Steve Hoyle program will explain that to you, why it is you can refer to yourself in the future as a recovering addict. Or you don't have to go tell everybody I'm a drug addict. You are actually a recovering drug addict. But I think you're going to need a lot of vigilance to make sure you don't go back to that. You do realize that had you not gotten all these write-ups, you'd have been out last year. So my vote would be likewise the same, to grant your parole conditionally upon your completing the Steve Hall program. And once you are released, no contact with the victim and 3 AA meetings per week. Good luck, and follow whatever recommendation Steve Hall recommends. Good luck to you.
Yes. Have a blessed day.